Good morning and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living North Metro. I'm Reverend Torphy.
I'm Reverend Valerie Torphy.
I'm Sheila Fossen.
I'm Greg Fossen. We're the producers.
I'm Dr. Ernestine Garcia doing the readings today.
I'm Jake Fernandez.
I'm Robin Hackett, your guest musician.
We welcome you.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Good morning.
We'll get started with invitation.
So I just invite you to close your eyes and just turn within. As we recognize the one power and the one presence, the one life that is in us and through everything. That it is as each and every one of us, it is this service as it unfolds today, and it is everyone and everything everywhere. So I just bless this day. I bless each person participating in any way in this service, all of those who are standing in front of cameras and everyone who's on the other side of the cameras participating with us. I know that we're blessed. I know that today is a blessing. I know that this service unfolds easily and ease and grace, and that everything that needs to be said is said and everything that needs to be heard is heard. And together we say, and so it is.
So Robin Hackett, so good to have you back.
Thank you.
You got something good for us?
Yes, I think this is a pretty cool tune. Setting our tone. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got joy overflowing. I've got joy overflowing. I've got joy overflowing in my soul. I've got joy overflowing. I've got joy overflowing. I've got joy overflowing in my soul. And I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got love like a river. I've got love like a river. I've got love like a river in my soul. I've got love like a river. I've got love like a river. I've got love like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river in my soul.
Good choice. Good
Yeah, thank
choice.
you so much.
Good
That
way
was
to-
so beautiful.
Good way to get things started. Love it. We're going to get back to you after we take care of a few things, and we'll see you then.
Okay.
Okay. So like us and check in on Facebook at CSL North Metro. Check out our website, cslnorthmetro.org. You can go to contact us to add yourself to the email list. You can request prayers out there. The affirmations and the weekly prayer are posted there. And there's a new blog out there too. So yes, you did. And so if you shop on Amazon and you haven't selected anyone else as your charity, please consider selecting Center for Spiritual Living North Metro, and then every time you shop on Amazon, we get paid. So today's title is I Am Not Bound By. You've already met our guest artist, and our reading today is From the Infinite Way by Joel Goldsmith. And I didn't say our artist's name. It's Robin Hackett.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I think we're ready for affirmations.
Greetings,
Good morning.
everyone. Good morning. Okay. Affirmations for the week of June 12th, 2022 by Stephan Anthony. Please repeat after me. I create my desired state of being by belief in and acceptance of my innate perfection.
I create my desired state of being by belief in and acceptance of my innate perfection.
Within the sacred center of my being lies all the answers, guidance, and wisdom I need.
Within the sacred center of my being lies all the answers, guidance, and wisdom I need.
Each day, and wait a minute, each new day provides the opportunity for my highest self-expression.
Each new day provides the opportunity for my highest self-expression.
As vast as the universe is, so is the prosperous good available to me.
As vast as the universe is, so is the prosperous good available to me.
I embrace the love and joy that is the core energy all life is created from.
I embrace the love and joy that is the core energy of all life is created from.
I turn my inner potential into manifested creation with ease and grace.
I turn my inner potential into manifested creation with ease and grace.
And together we say,
And
so it is. Okay. All right. For a minute, I thought I was frozen. Okay. The reading today is The Infinite Way by Joel S. Goldsmith. More and more, we must become the spectator or witness. We must become the beholder of life and its harmonies. Each morning, we should awaken with eagerness to watch the new day unfolding and revealing each hour new joys and victories. Several times each day, we should consciously realize that we are witnessing the revelation of life eternal, the unfolding of consciousness and its infinite expression, the activity of spirit and its grand formations. In every situation of our daily experience, let us learn to stand back of ourselves and see God at work. Witness the play of love upon our affairs and watch God reveal itself in all those about us. And together we say, and so it is.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, I like that. So, another song, huh?
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Ernestine. We're going to bring Robin Hackett up now. There she is.
Suspend all disbelief and just dream. surprised when you see, 'cause anything is possible. Everything's right here. Anything is possible, yes. It's perfect and it's clean. Whoa. You hold your destiny in your hand. It's time you realize and take a stand, 'cause anything is possible, yes. Everything's right here. Anything is possible. It's perfect and it's clean. If you just believe, if you just believe, anything is possible. Anything is possible. So hold your vision in your heart, 'cause there's no better place for you to start. Anything is possible, yes. Everything's right here. Anything is possible. It's perfect and it's clear. If you just believe, if you just believe, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Be the vision, be the light, be the passion through the night. Oh, share your vision, share your light, share your passion, even through the darkest night. Oh, 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 anything is possible. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. If you just believe, if you just believe, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. If you just believe, pray and receive. If you just believe, pray and receive. You are no longer bound. You are no longer bound. Anything is possible.
Thanks, Robin.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you so much. I believe that we're blessed having you once a month as our spiritual music.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
love your songs. I love where you come from when you sing. It means a lot to me.
Thank you.
Yeah, your voice is awesome too.
Oh, that. Thank you, guys.
Well, we'll get back to you after we do our thing.
I'll be here.
Okay. Everything's possible.
Everything is.
And this believing thing is an interesting thing because there's so many beliefs in the world. Yet the great teachers have come here and they all believed one thing because they knew the truth. They knew that this was true and that life is eternal. Just imagine what it would be like if you spent every day living as if life is eternal. I mean, life is eternal, but if you spend every day living as if, do you think something would be different in your life? Do you think that you may take more chances because life is eternal and what do you got to lose? There's nothing to lose. You continue to exist forever on into eternity. So the chances of most people living from that perspective seems like it's slim. But if we get back to the 51% thing, if 51% of the Earth's population knew their eternal life and lived from that place of eternity and not from the place of I got so much time on this earth and that's it, then I think there would be an evolution of the spirit. I think we would evolve into our next way of existing in this planet. So it's up to you, it's up to me to step into living for eternity. Living for eternity. I just love the way that sounds. I had this in our spiritual teaching ministers. To become a minister, you go many years of doing different things, and it's a long journey. It's 7 years. First, you take the basic classes, and I've told you all this before, but it's important for this story. I want to tell you about this one particular panel I did. Anyway, it takes 4 years to go through the basic, at least minimum. Years to go through the basic classes, and then at least, well, it is 2 years to become a practitioner. You have 2 years of study. Well, it could be more if you don't pass your panel. You have to do another year. Then there's ministerial school, and minimum of 5 years. Is that right?
I think you can do it in 4.
4.
Yeah.
But I know, yeah, that's a hard thing to do. But you can do it in 4. And then there's and then all through this process, not the basic classes, but practitioner training and the ministerial training, there's panels all through it. You're going before 3 people, and they're asking you questions and just checking in to make sure you're okay and you're still excited about your journey, because we are spiritual journeyers, and the people that say yes to these classes and go the distance are, in a way, crazy, because you could do it a minimum of 7 years and become a minister, or you could do 7 years of college and become a lawyer or a doctor, make a lot more money. But if
You'd be nearly as satisfying though with it.
Well, if that's your calling,
Well,
really
right.
call.
Well, I meant instead of ministerial school.
Yeah.
If that's
Good
what
for
you're
us.
called for.
Anyway, so you get the picture. So you become at the end of all these classes, you become a licentiate minister. And it used to be when I went through, you had to do 2 years of that, but now it's 3 years of licentiate ministry, and that means that you give these yearly reports. You got a mentor, and you got what's the other person called? You got somebody else helping you through the process. You're well supported, but you got to do these 3 years in order to get ordained. And there's panels to get in, there's panels to get out, there's panels to get started. There's just panels all over the place. And finally, you do your final panel as a licentiate minister, and most of us pass, and you become an ordained minister, which means that you're ordained for the rest of your life. You don't have to do anything anymore other than do your ministry. So I was sitting on a panel, and this woman came in. She was taking her final panel to be ordained, and like we always do, we asked the person that's coming in to be paneled to do a prayer. And I closed my eyes, and this person just knocked my socks off. I mean, she was the queen of prayer in that moment. And it was so deep and so profound and so moving. And I thought, we don't have to go any further with this individual, but yes, we do. We got to ask the questions. So one question came to mind, because we get, before we do the panels, we get a dossier on what they've done and the classes they've taken and where they take them and all that stuff. And I noticed that instead of the 3 years of licentiate ministry, she took 5 years. So I knew what my question was going to be. And this woman, she was a vibrant person in her as a licentiate minister in her spiritual center. She was vibrant. Her resume of things that she's done for that spiritual center were profound. I mean, she was a minister already. So I asked her, why did you take 5 years instead of 3 years? She says, because I go with my flow. It's my flow. I don't need time to tell me when I'm supposed to take it. I was just in this flow, and I knew that I would know when it was time to take this panel and be ordained. And I thought, there's a person that knows living outside of time and space, not bound by rules or anything, just faithful to herself, faithful to that God that called her in the first place. And that's the story she told too. She was helping this individual with the paperwork that it takes to become a minister, to start the whole process. And somebody told her, well, you should do the same. And she said, I can be a minister. No, you should do the same because you are a minister. So I said, oh, what the heck? So in helping him, she started doing her own. So they did the process together. And they somehow went separate ways. And she got in and started doing ministerial school. And she found out later that all he did was fill out the papers. He didn't do anything else. So this living outside time and space makes you listen, makes you know that there's nothing that you need to do other than follow that which is within you, that perfect expression of God, that perfect path, your perfect journey, because your journey is sacred. It's a sacred journey, no matter what it looks like. And if you don't want to be a minister, because not everybody wants to be a minister, I encourage you to get involved in doing something that is ministerial-like. For instance, in a lot of the larger churches, there's all these sub-ministries, and they're not run just by ministers, they're run by lay people, by practitioners. So if something is calling within you that you want to maybe start a sub-ministry in your spiritual center, you're not bound by anything. Step into it, do it, because if you're called to do it, then that calling is the truth of your journey. And I always encourage people to step into the journey, and you will be tested. I mean, once you step into it, there'll be times where you feel like I need to be bound by something other than, living in this absolute, living in the mystery of becoming me, who I am. I'm going to let you go for a while. My
Okay.
voice is steaming away.
Well, I just wanted to add that when you're on that process, even because I had so many people telling me that I needed to go to ministerial school, and I kept saying things like, I am so busy, I really don't have time. And then the dean convinced me that I really needed to go now. And after I made the decision, everything else fell into place. Mm-hmm. The money fell into place, the time fell into place. It's really kind of magical how once we make a commitment to that thing that I wasn't even sure I was being called to do. I knew that there were a lot of people telling me I was called to do that. But once I stepped into it and said, okay, I'm standing here, I'm accepting it, I'm making this decision to do this thing, then everything else worked out. And even though I ended up driving many times to classes, 7 hours over the mountains in snowstorms, and then when we moved to California, up through the traffic, up to Northern California, but it all worked out, and it all worked out perfectly. And so whatever it is that we're being called to do, whatever it is that you're being called to do, if you hear the call and you step into it, the way will be shown.
That's right.
So,
and I'll just add something
okay.
Like those two things that happened to you driving through the snowstorms, and once you had to back up the freeway because there was an accident. You had to back up the freeway.
We're at Silverthorne, backing down the freeway.
Everybody's backing down the freeway.
Right.
So,
there's like a semi-truck and 25 cars piled up there.
And then when we lived in Fresno, she had to go to Santa Rosa, which is a long, I was going to say, almost there. It was a long trip. And there was a time where she got caught in San Francisco, got caught on a hill, and didn't feel too.
Oh, well, so I had a Mustang convertible, a
stick shift.
And it was one of my first times going up there. And so I was following the GPS, and I decided to go all the way across to the coast and go up the coast. Well, so I missed one of the bridges, and I ended up going through San Francisco in my stick shift on those hills, which I never, ever, ever wanted to do. It's just like, so I'm just going to pray all the way through and know that I can get up far enough on the hill that I can actually shift down so that I can go again. And I made it. I know I was divinely guided. I know I was divinely protected. And I did it. This thing that I just really never wanted to have to do.
So my point is that you're given this vision and things work out beautifully, but there'll be hardships on the way. And those hardships are there to show you your own determination to fulfill the vision, the calling that you're given. And that calling can be anything. It doesn't have to be a minister. Opening up to Spirit's highest vision for your life opens a floodgate of ideas, a vision that you may not have thought you could do, a vision that you never even considered before, but something calling you. And that something, if answered, is the most amazing thing that could possibly happen in your life.
My turn again?
Sure.
Okay. So when I started thinking about this title, I'm Not Bound By, the first thing that came up for me is my past. Because a lot of times we make decisions for the future based on the past, or based what we think the past is holding us to, or what we think we can do because of our past, or think we can't do because of our past. And so the truth is, we're only bound by that which we think we can't do. And if we let go of those things, if we let go of, oh, this is my past, and so I can't go forward because of that. If we let go of that, if we let go of our past thinking, if we let go of our past beliefs, just like the idea of thinking, well, where will I get the money for ministerial school? Turns out that wasn't mine to worry about.
Right.
It just turned, it was just make the commitment to the thing you're being called to do, and the rest of it will show itself. So I also am not bound by what someone else thinks of me. Because it's really, I love the thing Terry Cole Whitaker said about what you think of me is none of my business.
Yeah.
Like, it really isn't. If I decide to take it on, then I am creating my life according to somebody else's belief of what I can or can't do. And so once we let go of those external things and just listen to that which is within us, we do know what's ours to do. We know what's the right thing to do. We know when to do it. And go ahead.
That point that you made, anyway,
That's
it came and went.
No,
Sorry.
that's all right. So one of the first things that happened when I thought about this title is, what does Ernest Holmes say? He says, oh, darn it, I lost it. I know I wrote it down. Well, it'll come up in a minute. Precedent. Not bound by precedent.
Yeah.
We're not bound by precedent. And so that was the first thing I thought about when I thought about this, is that nothing that's gone before us, nothing that's happened before us, nothing that's going on now is stopping us from going anywhere. And so he also says facts are relative, that our treatment must be absolute. I just love that, because when we let ourselves get caught up in, well, this is so I can't do that, or this is so I can't do that. And what he's teaching is, when you start treating for, when you start praying for that which you're called to do, that which you're meant to be, that which you're here to do, the way will open up, and the facts don't have anything to do with it. And besides that, I can think a thing and think it's a fact, and you can think a thing and think it's a fact, and you can think a thing and think it's a fact, and they could be three different things.
You're all right.
Right. And none of us is wrong. Well, so some people are, according to what I think. So, but not according to what they think, right? So facts are relative. He also says, treatment is not for the purpose of making things happen. This is important. It is to provide within ourselves an avenue through which they may happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're not actually making this thing happen. We're just kind of like putting one foot in forward, but we get to look at our beliefs. We get to look at our beliefs about this thing, and if there's anything that's holding us back, or anything that's telling us, no, you can't do it, and we're being called to do it, if we just focus on that thing we're being called to do, the way will show itself.
Yes.
So he also talks about how treatment's the thing we do for ourselves. So we do our prayers. We do our affirmative prayers to uplift our thinking, to let go of the things that are holding us back, to accentuate the positive. I don't know where that came from. So
Very obvious.
I don't know. It just popped in, and I know it's a thing, but I don't know what.
It's from the musical.
It is. We should daily train our thought to recognize where we're going in single thing we think, do, or say. So if our self-talk is, I can't do that because, that's where our prayer needs to focus, is to move from that negative thought into what's possible. And anything and everything is possible. And our thoughts are sometimes what holds us back, but our thoughts also can be that which brings us forward.
Mm-hmm. It's important that the point you made about being open and making directing your prayer towards the possibility of this thing that you desire, this thing that you caught envisioning, this thing that you've been called to. You stay open to its highest possibility. That way you're not outlining the way it's supposed to happen or what's supposed to happen. Because when you're living outside of time and space and living in the eternal being that you are, then everything you need in each given moment will be given to you. And you're just claiming for yourself that you're an opening for whatever it is. Say it's to go to complete to complete a doctorate, and you're praying to open that space for that possibility or something even greater. And that way you're open to spirit completely, 100%. And if you're having trouble in your prayer work with a block, in other words, you're claiming this something is the truth and something's fighting it within inside yourself, then create an affirmation that you can say to begin to chip away that block. And a great affirmation is, I'm not bound by, you add whatever it is. I'm not bound by lack and limitation. I'm not bound by limited thinking. I'm not bound by conflict or disorder. Whatever it is that's blocking you, in order for you to speak the word in your prayer, to claim it and believe it, not believe it, just be it, then that's where the work begins.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a good tool to have, claiming that you're not bound. And you can just say, I'm not bound by anything. I mean, that takes it right to the core of everything. I'm not bound by anything.
Well, and also, I think it's important that we do recognize those recurring thoughts that come up that have a tendency to sneak in there and say, oh no, you couldn't really do that. Oh no, that's not, oh no, you couldn't. And just really, wasn't it Ernest Holmes talk about that? It's like, get back, back up. Well, it's like we get to train ourselves when those thoughts come up to really release them and know that, okay, that's a negative thought I have. Okay, that's a thing that maybe even was true in the past, but that doesn't limit me now. Now I am believing this way. Now I am knowing the truth. Now I am understanding my oneness with the one, my oneness with life, my oneness with all that is, and that actually everything is already in the potential for being. And so each one of us is actually creating our lives moment by our thoughts all the time. And so as we begin to change those thoughts from a lot of times what I don't want, what I don't like, what I don't want to do, to I am moving toward this, I am expecting that, it's just kind of like when when we moved here, and it's like, I just knew we were going to open a spiritual center because Barry told me we were. I got it loud and clear. I didn't know when it was going to happen. I didn't know how it was happening. I did kind of know where it was going to be because there was a spot right about here already picked out. And so I think sometimes when we have those thoughts, when we get those visions, we kind of put them away saying, oh, that couldn't be me. Oh, that couldn't happen. Oh, I couldn't do that. Instead of, I know that this is mine to do and the way is going to be shown. I don't know what the steps are. I don't know how long it's going to take me. I don't know what it's going to look like. And I'm being called to do this. And so I'm going to take this step and then this step and then this step and then this step.
Mm-hmm. So just ask yourself this question. How comfortable am I living outside of time and space? How comfortable am I living in the unknown, the metaphysical? And just be with it. Mm-hmm. Because what I know to be true for myself, that the more I live for eternality, the eternal me, the more life that comes to me, the more life I'm opening myself up to by living for the eternal. Because you have eternity to work it all out, and it's all good all the time. No matter what you choose, even if you choose to let somebody boss you around, there's something there for you to learn. And it's an important part of your life because you will outgrow it. You will. And you have eternity to figure it out. Should we pray?
Yes. So once again, I just invite you to close your eyes. Take a deep breath. As we recognize that there is only that one power, that one presence, that one life that we call God, that is in us and through all that is. It is my life. It is Reverend Michael's life. It is Kim's life, and Robin's life, and Ernestine's life, and Jake's life, and Greg's life, and Sheila's life, and everyone, everywhere. It is every breath that we take. It is every thought that we think. It is always, always, always creating. And we each are always creating through our thoughts. And so as we release those thoughts that no longer serve us, as we just send them sailing off, and we start embracing those thoughts which do serve us, those thoughts which bring more life, those thoughts that bring more joy, those thoughts that bring more health, those thoughts that bring more expansion, those thoughts that bring joy. As we recognize those thoughts and release the thoughts that no longer serves us, we do create more in our lives. We expand and we grow. And as we open that valve to spirit coming in, more and more and more comes in, and it is glorious. So in absolute gratitude for knowing this is so, I pass this word to Reverend Michael.
Thank you. And that's the truth that has been spoken. That right here and right now, we are infinite, eternal beings of the Most High. And we have so much to bring to this earth. We have so much to give. We were put in the right families. We were put in the right spiritual center. We're surrounded by the right individuals, no matter whether we think they're for us or against us. We're put in the right situations. We're guided and directed in everything we do. We're uplifted by our own consciousness. We're inspired from the heart into being and creating. We're inspired to follow that which we're called to do. And everything that is needed to fulfill that calling is given to us with ease and grace. So I call upon you now to just be with what is calling you. What is that divine idea that is calling you? Because it's not just calling you, it's calling others too.
Yes.
So are you ready to step into it? Are you ready to take the chance?
Yes.
Are you ready to be that which you came here to be?
Yes.
Are you ready to be the fullness of yourself? Are you ready to show and shine and be the isness and allness of pure spirit? if you said yes to all this, then I accept it for all of us.
Yes, yes.
It is done.
Yes.
It is done.
Yes.
It is done.
Yes.
And for this, I'm eternally grateful. And in this sense of absolute gratitude, I can now release the word into the law, into the love, and simply allow it to be. And together we say,
And so it is. Amen. Amen. Ashe. Aho. And woo-hoo!
That always makes me smile, Reverend Valerie, every single time. I love it. Today I saw the sun. I stood out in the rain and watched the eagle fly again. I heard a baby cry. I walked right through the storm and felt the wind upon my face. And all the while I could not help but see the life that lives and breathes in you and me. And I'm peaceful, yeah. And I'm grateful, Lord. And I'm thankful, oh Lord. Yes, I am. And I'm hopeful, yeah. And I'm so full. And I'm thankful, oh, I am. I hugged an old oak tree, the earth beneath my feet, and saw a shooting star above. I looked into your eyes and touched an open heart and fell into a whole lot of love. All the while I could not help but see the life that lives and breathes in you and me. And I'm peaceful, yeah. And I'm grateful, oh yes. And I'm thankful, oh Lord. Yes, I am. And I'm hopeful, oh yes, I am. And I'm so full. And I'm thankful, oh, I am. I am so peaceful, yeah. I am grateful, I am thankful, oh, yes I am. I'm hopeful, yeah. And I'm so full. And I'm thankful, oh, I am. Yes, I'm thankful, oh, yes, I am. Yes, I am. So grateful, yes. So peaceful, so thankful, so hopeful. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I am. I am. I am.
I love it. We're thankful for you. And we're
Thank
we're thankful for this day and for all those that participate in this service. Gratitude is a good thing. Okay, we'll have one more song for you as soon as we finish some business, and we'll be right back.
All right.
Stay tuned. So if you're for the first time watching us or finding out about a Center for Spiritual Living, there are many, many hundreds of them all around the world. They're called Centers for Spiritual Living, and we're one center. And the whole idea is to teach people their spiritual nature and help and provide a space where people can come out and be who they are spiritually, live to their fullness. And to by these different centers around the world, we're creating a consciousness of plenty, of peace, of harmony, of abundance, of everything that is good in life by being the consciousness place right where we are. And we're here in Thornton, Colorado, south side of Denver, and we're building a place of light. Each one of these centers are places of light, and the more we grow, the bigger we get, the more we get to that 51%. So if you like what we're doing, then support us. Send some of your mana from heaven and say, yes, we like what you're doing, and we want to be part of changing this world, making it a place for everyone, a better place for everyone. So
the easiest way to give is to go to our website, cslnorthmetro.org, and there are a couple ways to give there. And if you use Venmo, you can use your phone and use your Venmo code right there. And our address is on the website, so if you're a person who does checks, we take checks too. So
cash too, but don't send it to the mail.
Yeah, don't send it to the mail.
Drop by and say, hey, we got some cash for you.
Yeah,
That'd be nice. I like cash.
that would be nice. Well, the dropping by would be nice too.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
take your energy from your palms and direct it towards this basket as a representation of the good that's coming and flowing through us. And together, repeat after me. I'm so very thankful.
I'm so very thankful.
I'm so very grateful
I'm so very grateful
to give from my heart,
to give from my heart,
knowing it is a gift of God.
knowing it is a gift of God.
I send it out freely with much love,
I send it out freely with much love,
knowing it touches many folks
knowing it touches many folks
and comes back multiplied
and comes back multiplied
for me to give back.
for me to give back.
For this and so much more,
For this and so much more.
I let go, let
And
God.
let go, let God.
I allow it to be.
Allow it to be.
And so,
And so it is.
Robin,
I send you off with this. Be the peace you want to see. Share your peace with everyone you meet. Let it begin. Let it begin. Let it begin with you. And be the joy you want to see. And share your joy with everyone you meet. Let it begin. Let it begin. Let it begin with you. And be the love you want to see. And share your love with everyone you meet. Let it begin. Let it begin. Let it begin with you. Be the peace. Be the joy. Be the love. Let it begin. Let it begin and me.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah.
Robin.
That's the way to complete a service.
Yeah.
Oh, that was awesome. Hey,
Way to go.
nice job, everybody. It
Yeah.
was a wonderful service. And we're just so thankful for those that make this possible, and those that are watching, and those that are thinking about watching someday. Anybody has anything they want to say before we leave? Yes.
Next time I see you, oh my gosh, I'll be in New York. I'll have moved to New York.
Woo!
All right.
I'm saying this out loud, you guys. I may still be in the process of moving. I may not see you. No, you guys are the second Sunday. This is the second Sunday, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, I will see you. But I'll be in New York.
Oh.
All right.
Good luck.
Absolutely.
Yeah, New York City.
Yes.
All right. I won't hold against you if you're a Yankee fan.
Not, but someone I know is.
Well, we
Oh,
want to hear
yes,
all
you
about
are.
it when you get there.
Yeah, we'll hear all about it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Thank you all.
Well, so we want to invite you to join us on Zoom after the service. That's when we can get together and come up for us and have a happy time together. So the comments have a link to Zoom. If you're not able to open that up, so does our website, cslnorthmetro.com, on the calendar. So while you're out there, sign up for our weekly emails.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have a wonderful, wonderful week, everyone.
Namaste.
Yes.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Bye.
You
It's
gonna
fine.
pray us out?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Namaste.
I love to do that. Thank you, Greg, for reminding me. And so as we move into this week with a joyful heart, with a mind full of ideas, with a soul that is ready to grow and expand into its greatness, into its fullness, into its allness, into its goodness, I bless each and every person who joined us today, and all those that may watch later as a recording. I send out this love and peace to you all, knowing it comes back multiplied. We are the change we want to see, and it's all good all the time. And together we say, and so it is.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Have a good Sunday. Good week.
Yeah.
You too.
See you in a while, Ernest and Jake.
All right. See you in a bit.
All right, au revoir.
Bye.